Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining me once again on this reverse recruitment 0% growths LTC. Today, we take down the final enemy between us and the Tower of Guidance. The objective of 4-5 is to defeat the enemy commander, Izuka. He is located quite far from our starting position, but we have the tools necessary to close the gap. Rhys reprises his role as rescuer, giving Soren a 10 square boost. After being refreshed, he will rescue Marcia from the edge of his 12 square range to move her 13 squares closer to Izuka. We are grateful that the rescue staff prefers dropping its targets to the north. This is enough to get Marcia within range of her target, since she has the pass skill, but there is an enemy tiger on the spot we want to attack from. To deal with him, we'll pull a 313 and attack him twice with siege magic. Zagroon is free to quickly recruit Meg for 3,000 gold. We'll talk about her later. Meanwhile, Oliver needs some serious help getting to his destination. We've already done all of the rescuing and refreshing we can, and Celerity is with another team, so that means we need all hands on deck to board the shove train. We're able to break Lyra's record and push Oliver 6 tiles closer, no thanks to Fiona. With that accomplished, it's time to begin the attack. We are a little fortunate that this tiger has bad biorhythm, but we could simply reload the map from the 4-4 chapter clear to rig what we want. In order to reach the kill threshold, Soren has equipped the Beast Foe skill. With the way clear, Marcia can now swoop in for the finisher. She uses the Brave Lance that came along with Oscar's return this chapter, and the parity skill ensures that Izuka won't activate Flare and kill her. We do need all 4 attacks to connect. With that series of puzzles solved, we clear 4-5 in one turn. The Tower of Guidance awaits. But we can't just charge in straight from here. Before we assault the dwelling of our most powerful foes, we need to take full advantage of this final base camp. While our 3 Part 4 armies have now merged, we'll only be allowed to take 17 of them into the Tower of Guidance. Of those, 6 are predetermined. Ike, Laron, Kanigas, Tormod, and newcomers Ilyana and Aaron are already guaranteed to enter. Additionally, we are limited to a single Heron, and Leanne is the obvious choice. Her ability to refresh 4 units at once on every turn, combined with Kanto, is unmatched. This means that there are 10 open deployment slots for everyone to fight over. However, we have several units that haven't yet been reviewed due to how recently they joined our roster. This preparatory phase is an excellent time to introduce them. First up, we have the Marshal Taraneo, who has already helped us crack some tough nuts in 4-4. He's actually not that bulky for his archetype, but his offenses and weapon axes are both praiseworthy. 29 speed will double most enemies in the first tower map, and 31 strength means he can usually run around them as a result, if he has the right weapon. With excellent weapon ranks, that tends to not be a problem. His innate resolve skill is a nice feature, but his main weakness is his movement stat of 6. Volug the Wolf joined us in 4-5, though there was no time to take note of his presence within the shove train. On their own, his stats are impressive. 36 speed and 46 transformed attack are on par with base Nyla. However, Volug is simply outclassed by the Wolf Queen at this point. Her attack power is now 54, and she can remain transformed indefinitely. Volug's innate Howl and Wildheart skills do not mitigate this. He does at least join with the Blue Gem, which we have already sold. Look out, ladies and gentlemen. It's the myth, the meme, the Marshal Meg. In a reverse recruitment context, she joins with stats that are honestly really good. 32 speed clears the 29 benchmark we already talked about, and it allows her to double enemy Thunder Spirits, which have 28 speed. Her weapon access is just as good as Taraneo's, if not better. Her sword rank lets her wield a powerful ranged option in the Tempest Blade, which will have a niche in the next map. Other noteworthy features include her Heaven Affinity, her low weight for an armored unit, and her weak movement stat of 6. Soth joins us as a Tier 3 Whisper, with capped HP and strength. Unfortunately, that strength cap is a major issue that dulls the usefulness of his 37 speed. Since we left the dagger Basilard hidden in the desert sands of 4-3, his best attacking option is the 1-2 range knife Peshkatz. He doesn't join with it, so we'd have to buy it for 12,600 gold, all for just 41 attack. His mastery skill, Bane, can't drop foes below 1 HP, so it's also useless for rigging kills. Soth just doesn't have a lot to contribute at this stage. The same cannot be said for Saint Laura. 36 magic and 31 speed are stats that turn Khalil green with envy, even if light magic in general has low might. 43 HP and 20 defense might seem low, but between Nosferatu and her natural avoid stat, it's really not an issue. An S rank in staves adds to Laura's flexibility, though she is also part of the 6-move club. Aaron the Lancer is a rather lopsided unit. 33s in both strength and skill are genuinely useful assets, but his low speed and resistance make him very vulnerable to certain enemies. I suspect this issue would have been much worse if Sal had not considerably buffed Aaron's level compared to what reverse recruitment would normally calculate. Vanilla Kurth Naga is a level 20 Black Dragon Laguz, which would normally scale Aaron to level 30, aka level 10 in Halberdier. The extra 17 levels he has here are presumably to make him usable in the final chapters, and for that, I'm grateful. He won't be an outstanding unit regardless, but he will make meaningful contributions. In reverse recruitment, Archsage Ilyana benefits heavily from a variety of circumstances. First off, she has received many quote-unquote extra levels, just like Aaron. Level 9 in Tier 3 is going to be much more useful than level 13 in Tier 2. Second, she is the only unit able to wield Rexbolt, which deals effective damage to Deginsia. Because of her ability to deal meaningful damage to the tankiest boss in the entire game, she ends up being the ideal target for several stat boosters. Third, thanks to those boosts, she will gain the ability to one-round a number of other enemies. And fourth, she has the weapon ranks to wield siege tomes. In light of all that, 6 movement is a very minor drawback. And last but emphatically not least, we have Nolan the Reaver. Nolan is the fast, high-power axe wielder we desperately need, joining with 35 strength and 33 speed. The only unit in our entire army with a higher strength stat is Morin, but Nolan can reach higher attack values thanks to his weapon access. Tarvos, the Brave Axe, hammers, forged hand axes, and the legendary Irvin are all at his disposal. 36 skill and 30 luck give him fantastic hit rates, and his defenses are no slouch either. He even joins with innate Nihil. As a final note, 14 Constitution is the highest of any Beorc, and just enough to shove Meg. Now that all of our options are known to us, we can finally... What now? You want to see Braum? Yeah, sure, why not? Hey Braum, good to see you. You want to come with us to the tower? I didn't think so. That's okay, you can take it easy. And with that, I believe we're ready to reveal our final roster. But first, a quick promotion. As a Chancellor, Laron's weapon ranks are bumped up to B in Light, A in Dark, and A in Staves. Not bad. As we already mentioned, Ike, Laron, Knigas, Tormod, Aaron, and Ilyana are locked in. Taraneo, Meg, Laura, and Nolan should make sense based on how I praised them earlier. The remaining free spots go to Alencia, Tanith, Fiona, Jill, Nyla, and Nasir. We've already seen them all in action, but I'll give them each a quick explanation. Alencia is a high movement flyer who can wield staves, including rescue. Tanith and Fiona can perform filler combat and move other units around. Jill and Nyla are frontline combat units, with the former being able to fly and wield hammers. And Nasir's White Pool ability is simply too good to pass up, despite his lack of stats. Throughout the selection process, I have kept in mind which weapons I want to receive Yune's blessing. This roster allows me to bless everything I need. Finally, we bring Leanne with us by selecting the unit she replaces, Raphael, from this menu. Perhaps this will change in a future patch, but for now it's something to be careful about. At long last, we reach the Tower of Guidance. Our journey to the top will be challenging, but we will achieve great things in spite of this. Join me next time to see our team stretch itself to its limits. Take care, everyone.